Hi, and welcome to Cockatude, Cockatoos with Attitude in the Sleepy Dawn. Hey guys, got a bucket bird over there, and a KK, and a sugar bird, and a Jasmine, and a Lucy, Snowball. Hi, Snowball. Mander. Yeah, folks, I worked out a little too hard today, so I couldn't even think of a topic. I was so tired after I worked out. So, so I will take topic suggestions today, or I will just ramble a bit about different things going on. We do have one slight change with the flock. For some reason, Romeo is kind of going, he's having a little fall back to earlier behavior. So, getting a little hard to get out of his cage now. I had to take his box away from him. Not uncommon resurgence, behavior comes back. So, give him a lot of positive attention, some cum bearing gifts during the day, and take away his box so he has to focus on the outside world a little more. What are you doing down there? What are you doing? Diesel. He's picking his weapon for the day. What are you going to do with that, huh? What are you going to do with that, big boy? Hmm? Diesel, what are you doing, kid? Yeah, I wasn't getting enough sleep, so because when I was working out at night, it was hard to go to sleep. So I'm starting to work out in the day, and I haven't got the timing down. I think I know the schedule to do now, but I didn't until this morning. So yeah, I'm a little out of it. What are you doing? Hmm? Okay, with the right button. Yeah, salt. Sea salt. Well, it's got half of a ball in it. Hmm. You broke the other half out, did you? Mm. Sea salt. Oh, nut. You big nut. Oh, you big nut. Where are you going? Uh, How to torture other people, huh? You're gonna go torture the other birds? Hmm? Cecil? Okay, I did not. They changed something again, and now it's supposed to show you how loud the volume is for background sounds, but they just don't change. That's not helpful. Now it's like it's not there at all. Good grief! Trying to fix that. And it's a little loud, but hey, you, what are you doing? He's been active. He's been doing well. So Snowball's been in a playful mood. It's been hard to get him out of his cage because he wants to play. He wants to throw the balls out and have you chase him around the room. I can do that sometimes, but not when we're doing a live stream. But today he was up on a perch, so it was easy to get out. When he's down at the bottom of his cage, he wants to play. That's why he's down there. So, are you tired, Snowball? He must be having sympathy tiredness, you know. Dad worked out hard, so I'll sleep. What are you doing?
So, hello everybody. I think it's time to greet some of our chatters. But first, welcome to all the viewers who watch us now or maybe later, right, Mander? But let's see who's in the chat today. We have Chairman Jamie here and Tiki Tiki and Richie Cockatoo. Hello to you guys. Then let's see where we go on. I think I missed somebody. Falcon Sue was here. I've seen you, Falcon Sue. Then Calvin Thurston is here and Rosebud Atkins is back. So hello and welcome.
Hello.
And Lisa Banerjee is also with us. So hello, good to have you here, everybody.
There's someone's Cecil. Yeah. Cecil the bird. And I will read the movie quote for today, but because Rosebud is here and she likes to have it read. Once it comes across the bottom, some nights there's so much farting and belching in here, it's like being in a ballpark.
Interesting.
No, it's an actual line from the movie.
I believe you.
You'll be surprised to find out where the person was when they said that and who they were. I'd be surprised if anybody else has seen that movie, but although you should have seen it, Amy, because you like those B movies, you know. So
Rosebud guesses or says Animal House came to her mind.
No, but it certainly could fit to that movie, but no. A clue is that that line was said in an autopsy room.
I think I remember the movie, but I've not seen it, but I think we talked about it and you've sent me clips.
Hmm. Possible. I wouldn't remember that, I don't think, but what are you doing there, big boy? Oh, you came over finally, huh?
Mm. Wants to be a kid, man, the boy.
That big old mander. He's certainly a lot more active now that he's getting the medication to reduce the inflammation on his nerves. He's definitely more active. He's a little quieter today, but yesterday he was all over the place.
Mm.
Weren't you? Weren't you?
Rosebud gases blazing saddles.
No, but there is some of that in that movie. Let's see. Another clue. One of the actors in the movie was also in An Officer and a Gentleman. What are you doing? Oh, are you asking for trouble? Where is he? He must be in the bucket because I don't speak KK. Run, camera shift. And he's not up there. Is he in the bucket? I
Who's in the
think he
bucket?
is. I think KK's in the bucket from the way Cecil's looking down there.
Ah, we have another bucket boy. A pink one now.
Well, that's probably why Jasmine is on my shoulder. She does understand that if KK can see her on my body, he comes over and tries to.
Oh, I didn't
He'll
mean
get.
that. I meant Mango, who is now also a bucket boy.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
think KK wouldn't call himself pink.
You never know. What do you think, little girl? Hmm. Or you think you want to sit here and get petted? Do you? Hmm? The jazz bird. Hi, Jazzy.
Tiki Tiki would like to know if it has to do with vampires.
Yes.
Frankenstein.
I'm sorry, that garbled. What was that?
Young Frankenstein.
No. Good movie, though. There's quite a bit of history around that movie. Uh, Another line from the movie is, I thought maybe Italian.
And Rosebud thinks fighting vampires would amuse Dawn.
Well, yeah, except it wasn't vampires that were doing that. What are you doing down there? She's been pretty active lately. This one just been. I've been trying to get her out of her shell because she's not been coming over to get petted. Now all of a sudden she's over here a lot. She was over here quite a bit yesterday, sitting on my lap. Weren't you, Jazz? Hmm? If KK's going in the bucket, you can come over and sit on me without him coming over to threaten you. Yeah, it's one of those vampire movies. You really have to be a vampire enthusiast to know almost all of those movies, and I do. So it's a cute one. It's not. It's got some horrific scenes in it. What vampire movie doesn't? But it is a cute movie. Another line from that movie that I believe I have this correct is, "You have a problem with Frank Sinatra?"
Let's see. We have a lot of another guesses. Tiki Tiki guesses innocent blood.
That's it. That's the movie.
Because Jam and Jamie also had a guess vampire's assistant, but Tiki Tiki got it. Welcome, Spirit.
Yep, that's a good one. Don Rickles is in it. He gets turned into a vampire. That's pretty cool. And for those who don't know who Don Rickles was, he was a comedian, not known for making movies, but kind of fun to see him get turned into a vampire. Not my Mandy, not my Mandy. Not this Mandy, it's a different Mandy. Oh, sugar, you gonna tell him off?
So Rosebud and Falcon Soul are both not sure if they even have seen the movie.
I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't. It's not something most people have seen. There are a number of little movies like that that I've seen that I like that others haven't seen. So, Dark Passage by with Bogart and Bacall. Most people haven't seen it. Even people from my generation or the generation before me haven't seen it. And it's one of my favorites. Cecil, I wouldn't piss her off if I were you. She's not going to take it.
One never knows.
Hey, you be nice to Sugar. Don't you do that. You be nice. He's bigger than you are. Off he
So,
goes.
Falcons would like to know who's in the film from Officer and the Gentleman.
Robert Loggia, he plays the mafia boss in the movie. And he plays Richard Gere's father in Officer and the Gentleman.
Mhm.
Movie trivia. It's my claim to fame, right?
I
I
like
like
movies.
Robert. I like the part he plays in this movie. He does a good job as a mafia boss. And it's played up and it's meant to be a little campy. It's not meant to be you know taken too literally. But well, I'm a little slow today. I didn't. I worked out. I actually ate my food a little bit late. I have to reschedule the way I start my mornings out because working out in the morning is working out better for me. But if I eat too close to working out, then it takes all the blood from my brain, and I'm just so I have enough going on in my head to work with the birds, but to talk is a little bit difficult.
Mm.
Of course, most people don't know what working out is for me. It's a little bit different than it is for most people. When most people go into the gym, they get on an elliptical, they lift a little weight here and there, but I don't do that. I go in and after I do my warm up, I turn my Fitbit into weight mode, and then I proceed to do like today it was legs and back, so I proceed to do leg presses 4 times, um, 10 to 12 reps each time, 30 seconds between each, and then proceed to each exercise giving 30 seconds between each rep or each set. So boom, 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 all like that. And I did that for 50 minutes. And I walk out of there, I just about wiped myself out. Now, if I had eaten a little earlier, I would not have this problem. But uh, I've got blood going to the muscle and blood going to my stomach at the same time. So it doesn't work out too well. It disconnects the mouth from the brain. Although I have ex-wives who would say that's my problem all the time. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Why don't you come over and hit me with that, you big silly, instead of bothering the other birds? Hmm? Huh? Come over here. Sea salt. It's good to see him running around. He had a couple of days where he was a little bit low on energy. It was starting to make me nervous, but he seems fine. Now the one I'm concerned about is Romeo. So last night I had to towel him to get back to his cage because he got scared. He hasn't been like that in a long time. So and it could just be the nesting. So I took his nest out, but he's been playing in that nest for at least half a year without a problem. But yeah, could be that. We'll see. His AGN number, I don't remember. I think it was one of the higher ones, but I have to go look on the oh, on our personal cloud where all that information is located. So, what are you doing? What are you doing, girl? Sugar's doing great. She's full of energy. She's sassy, playing a lot. demanding a lot. It's a good thing. Jasmine's, yeah, you can see Jasmine. Look at that face. Look at that face. What is that face doing? Mhm, mhm.
So in the chat, we have some other movies that are discussed, Dark Passage and Event Horizon, that are supposed to be good. I'm not sure if you know any of them.
Well, Dark Passage, Event Horizon I only saw once. So I don't remember it. Most movies, I have to see them twice before it really sticks. But and these guys don't let me watch movies. They have TV. They watch movies, but I don't get to see them. Do I? Mm-mm. It's important to get Romeo back into that room every night so I can give him his injections. And last night he was moving around so much that some of the medicine didn't make it in. So, and you can't just give him another shot because you can't overdo it. So I have to work to get Romeo back. So now I have Mango to work with and Romeo to try to get him back to being secure in his world. Of course, he's shown some pretty severe signs of AGN, so I'm a little concerned about him overall anyway, because he's been shaky a long time. No, you're not going to chew on. No, 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 no. You're not chewing my coat. No, not doing that. No, no. You're not going to chew the coat. I can't just keep buying coats because you chew them up. No. Mhm. Right, little girl? Mm, right, little girl? She has been just a wonderful little girl lately. A little too energetic at times, but she's done the runaround quite a bit. She gets on the ground and runs around, don't you? Don't you? They can't see your face when you're like that. Try to train. Oops. Try to change the camera angle. There we go. There's the girl. Everybody's doing pretty well except for Romeo. There's always one that needs the special attention, and I was hoping he was going to be stable, but he's not. So back to the main tools: calm attention and come bearing gifts. But it's obvious when he gets in your lap and then he starts looking around like he's expecting something to attack him. And when he starts doing that, you know you've got a problem with him. So he's always been a bit on the paranoid side. Suppose I'll put some L-theanine, it's an isolated amino acid, in his water and see if that helps. But he's already on Haldol, so I can't mix and match any real drugs, so wouldn't be a good idea. You okay, Jazz? Huh? Yeah, resurgence like that, where you get an old behavior where it comes back, it can happen at any time, and you may not ever be able to discern what the cue was that started it, but you just go back to the same techniques you used before to address an issue when it happens again. So the box is kind of like Hannibal Lecter's books in his cell, right? They take his books away when they're not happy with him. So, but what it does in this case is it gets him to focus on the outside world and less on his inner world. But up to this point, it's been a positive. So I did notice in the last week that he when he gets upset, he tends to dive to the box. So that was a sign, an early sign that I might have to remove it. So I wasn't all that surprised, but it's better if you have those potential changes in your mind too, rather than trying to figure out in the moment, what do I do now? So right there, little girl. Mhm. Are you happy to get petted? Is that what it's all about? Oh, darling. Mm. Yeah, KK's got to be in the bucket. KK, where are you? KK. Okay, you're in the bucket. All right. He answers me when I call his name. Oh, no, you don't. If I call your name, you don't answer. You just look at me. You just look at me. Yeah, you never answer.
Okay, we have a couple of questions in the chat. If does mango still come out?
What?
Is mango still coming out? I can answer the question. Mango comes out, but he comes out after this group with another group.
Yeah, he basically can't. This is the fun part. He basically can't be out with the other Moluccans. He will torture Salamander a bit, and then he's too friendly with Sugar, and he's not so friendly with Jasmine because Jasmine told him the same thing she told Mander. Get away from me. I'm not interested. So, right, Mander? So, yeah, he'll be out shortly. He'll be at around 2 o'clock here. So, about another. Look at my watch. I can tell I'm not thinking. Come on, watch, you stupid. Come on. No, okay. He'll be out in about an hour and a half. I'll try to think to go live just to show him out, but all depends on what goes on and where my head is right now. It's hard to say. It's kind of bleh. I must say though, with the way I worked out, I've had two wives that worked out with me, and they were both good. I mean, I would hop on the machine, I'd do mine, they'd hop on, do theirs, and we go like that the whole time. So I don't believe in putting a lot of time between exercises unless you're trying to build huge muscle. You don't do that. If you're trying to build massive muscle, then you'll put 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes between exercises and max out the weight. Do eight reps, then do 6 reps, then do 4, then do 2, that kind of thing. But with maximum weight, but you don't do that at 72. So at 72, I just put it at max weight that I have and go for it 4 times. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi, Jazz. Hello, Jasmine. Yeah, he's doing great. Um, it's funny though. I mean, he doesn't do well with his own species right now, but he does well with everybody else. He's pretty good friends with Cecil, and Snowball doesn't quite know what to make of him. But they don't have a problem, but they're not really friends yet either. What? What? Hi. 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 Almost time, but you won't say it. Figured. You got vocal, and it won't pick you up unless you actually say hi. So, yeah, Mango's doing just fine. He's pretty much a part of the flock. The only issue is he's a little too aggressive with Mander. He's not happy with Jasmine because she chased him away, and he's too friendly to Sugar. Sugar just wants to be preened. She's not trying to create a relationship or anything, but he has different ideas, so I can't allow that to go on. I've been there. You do not want that. You do not want birds pairing. It just makes your life a lot more complicated, and it makes theirs less positive too. Of course, that's all he's known. He's been a breeder bird, so all he knows is find a female, and usually find the female in your cage because they would just dump a female on him. So same sort of practice they had in the deep south. What are you doing back there? KK, bucket boy. Ah, ah. You gonna stay in the bucket all day? Huh, KK? He can get out of the bucket, so he knows how to get out. He wants to be in there, but I know I hear you. They can't hear you, but I hear you. Hello, Mander. I'm doing more yawning than I am talking, but what are you doing down there, little girl? You still wanted to get petted? Are you? Are you? Boy, she sure tells Mango off. He gets anywhere near her and she looks at him like, who the heck do you think you are? Get out of my face. She's a tough girl, aren't you? Are you a tough girl? You are? Hmm? You gonna eat my finger? Okay, if you really have to. So most of what I'm doing with Mango right now is just observing him, letting him interact with the other birds, and then intervening when there's any kind of an issue. That's pretty much what I'm doing out
Mm,
here. Inside, it's listening to him when he wants a treat, bringing him his treats, talking to him when he just wants to talk, and then making sure the other two birds that are around him don't feel like they're being left out.
hi, Shiggy. Is the vet visiting soon?
Don't know. Now I found out that she didn't just break her ankle; she also broke her leg. So
Oh,
there, I don't know when she's going back into doing house calls. And I'm not going to take him down there because he won't trust me if I'm putting him in small cages and dragging him down to the vet. Trust is more important right now than the vet visit, but I'm hoping by next month. I sent a note to the vet saying maybe it's time to stop going to the saloon and riding the bucking bronco. Humorous, of course. I wasn't trying to be naughty. Just how does a vet break her leg? Probably doing things she shouldn't be doing. Of course, they would say that about me. I'm doing, for 70 at 72, I'm doing some pretty heavy athletics, but you know, I'm not lifting weights. I'm pushing a machine, but it amounts to the same thing. It's just safer. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm doing Shug. Hey, sugar. Hey, baby. Hi, Mander. Yeah, I know. I know. I've got the Moluccan Mafia surrounding me here. I got Mander up here, and Sugar over there, and Jasmine right there. Hi, Jazz. Hi, Jazz. I'm surrounded by the Mafia.
yeah.
Lucy's in her favorite spot, just looking out all over everything. He's looking at the clouds, which we don't usually have. Yeah, the movie Instant Blood. I love the way it starts out. There's a woman in this room with a bunch of candles, and she's saying she hasn't been hungry in a long time. And then there's a newspaper sitting on a table, and it says gang warfare, mafia, mob, another mob killing, that kind of thing. And she picks up the newspaper, and she's thinking to herself, says to herself, "Well, maybe Italian." So, like she's picking like a restaurant she wants to go to. Jasmine, is there some reason you got a hold of my chin? Is there? I'm open to questions because my mind's pretty much a blank right now. I'm just hanging out with the birds like I usually do. You're seeing
It
more or
looks
less.
cloudy in your area.
Yeah, it's cloudy. We don't see that here too often, but it's not like they're rain. Well, they're cumulus, but they're not cumulonimbus. They're not rain clouds. So they're saying we might get rain, but they say that a lot. Maybe rain in 4 or 5 days, but no, you're not going to take my ear. You're not going to take those out of my ears. No, you're not. No, you're not. Yeah, look on her face. You determined to take my earbuds out, are you? Is that what you want to do? No, you don't look like Lorelei. You don't look like her. You don't. Are you impersonating Laura? No, we're not playing that game. Uh-uh. Okay, up here. Up there. Go on. Oh, pretty song. That's a pretty song. Are you telling me off? Yeah. Okay. Those are not your earbuds. Someone's being super chicken over here. She was just doing a display. No reason to run away. You're gonna hide behind sugar. Sugary bird. Oh, that scene. I didn't actually say. It was at the morgue. And most people don't realize that when you have cadavers, they do that, right? There's a lot of gas coming out both ends. So it was a good comment in the movie. What are you
I think
doing?
everybody also likes to watch quietly what Sugar is doing or how she gets her pets.
She's quietly getting her petting, and Jasmine is yelling at me for putting her up on the rope. She was determined to take my earbuds out. So you climbed up to do it twice. So that's that, kid. Right, good. That's a baby. That's a sugar girl. That's a sugar girl. It's my sugar girl. Mm. So pretty much things are going normally, except with Romeo right now. So Mango's fitting right in, just finding a niche. So she's definitely in group 2. Once the Mullikins are out. Shig. That's funny. Sugar likes me to play with her beak. You try to do that with Mandarin, he runs away. He doesn't like it. So Jasmine doesn't care one way or the other about having her beak played with. A lot of variability in parrots. Unlike other species, the majority of dog-like and cat-like behaviors are going to be similar. There are variations, but with birds, it can be pretty violent variations. Not as in actively mean or something. I'm just saying that they're radical variations. There's no reason one bird should like their beak petted and another one not. It's just
Oh, Rosebud is wondering if you already took the video of Mango in the aviary.
yeah. I've got some video of him.
I think today, actually, there's one really short video of Mango preening Cecil. No, Cecil preening Mango. Should be
Yeah,
in the
I've
members section.
yeah. It's the quote for the day, and it's only a member quote. So when I make these little clips for like that, they're just for the members. So I don't share them on other. There's only one other platform, but that's way out of this country. I share them in China, but I don't share them on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. Patreon and YouTube.
Hmm.
Sugar Bird. Sugar Bird. You really want to get petted today, don't you, girl?
Do you have any verbal control over Mango yet?
Uh huh. I certainly do. He has associated my no and also the German nine uh, with having his feet approached. So if I say that, he will back off because to him it means if I don't back off, he's going to try to touch my feet. So I don't do that anymore. But I once that association was in there, it works really well. So I can stop him just by doing that. And also the hand motion I use to stop, which is just a hand up like this. So if I do that, he'll also back off. Of course, almost all of them will if I do that because that's one of the hand motions I teach them too. So
Mm-hmm.
they understand sign language. They should because they've got all these feathers. They use them like semaphores. Oh, we're almost done. Now I'm waking up. Yeah, that's typical. Yeah, I knew I was going to be slow today, but there wasn't. I didn't know that until after I was done working out and I walked out of the room and I went, "Oh, I just beat myself up." So, yeah, I agree with you. I'll make the same yawn.
I'm sorry.
Oh, why? Oh,
But
like,
somehow the weather makes me a little dizzy today.
well, you still have you're still under the weather with the cold, so
Yeah, but it's far better now.
I can hear Mango. You guys can't. Mango's in there going. Mango likes to come out now. And when I tell him to bring him out, and when I take him back in, I make sure the towel, his head is out. You got to watch it though, because I mean, he he doesn't want his feet touched, and if you've got him in a wrapped up in something, you're technically attaching his feet. So he does he'll come around and try to bite if he can. He just wants to get loose. He's not trying to hurt you, but that's okay. I want him to see where he's going, and usually once he's can see for about 30 seconds, then he just watches where he's going. That's the only thing he's focused on. So initially he tries to find some way out, but then he gives up and then just watches. And that's the next stage. It's another baby step in getting him to let me handle him, but it will take a while. I just got notified the bird food showed up. I was running low on a couple of brands of food that they eat, pellets. So FedEx at least will drop it at the front door. I'm having a problem with UPS now. They're throwing things over the fence right where the sign says, I have no responsibility if you drop the package here. They do it anyway. So I'm hoping someday to actually be out here and watch him do it and then go out and yell at him. Do you see the sign? Can you read? Would you like me to put the sign up in multiple languages? Should I put it up in Vietnamese? No, they would know how to, they would be smart enough. What language would you like me to put up there? You know, I'll put up the sign in German. Hungarian. Yeah, there's a good one. I'll put the sign up in Hungarian and see what happens. What are you doing? That's pretty dumb when you throw something over the fence, over a sign that says "Don't drop packages here." And technically, with that sign there, I could say, okay, you're gonna have to resend it because they put the package where it doesn't belong. It's a notification on a fence. They gotta follow it. Well, I struggled through this one with my limited brain capacity after working out. So thank you for all of those who hung out with us here with the birds.
Today was a little bit the Moluccan calm down. There we have Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. What are you doing with that big beak? What big eyes you have? Maybe we should give you a little basket and you can be Little Red Riding Cockatoo. Okay, folks, thanks for hanging out, even though I'm not all here. And we will see you next time. I'm going to try to do a little spur of the moment with Mango out. So maybe somebody can remind me that I want to do that. Who knows? But we will see you next time. And I promise to have some kind of agenda to talk about.
All right. No problem. Thanks for the live stream. Amanda, you were a funny dude. Chewing Don's hair off.
Yeah, there's not much there to chew. Thanks, Amy, for moderating.
He's still trying. Thanks, everybody, for coming by. Hope you have all a good time.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Science knowledge only adds to the excitement, the mystery, and the awe of a flower.
Evidence is evidence. It's public. Everybody can look at the evidence and assess it, and eventually, if there's enough evidence, come to the same conclusion.
The Chloe Sanctuary for Parrots and Cockatoos, a non-profit charity dedicated to the empowerment of captive parrots and public awareness.